What's up, fighter? I've got some advice after 17 years of marriage and 5 years in a relationship. That's 22 years. I've been with my amazing woman, my amazing wife, and here's the best advice I can give you. And it's actually from Proverbs 15. It says, I'm reading it right here. A gentle answer turns away wrath. I'm going to say that again. A gentle answer turns away wrath. Has anyone ever asked you something? Maybe you're tired, maybe you're exhausted, and you responded back, oh, it's over there! Or, da-da-da-da, and you kind of just like yelled at them, you freaked out, and it was just like, whoa, you know what I mean? I've done that sometimes when my wife has asked me things, my mom, friends, bandmates, and just responded just like harshly. And they're like, whoa, dude, put the gun down, man. But if I respond softly, even if they're harsh, it brings the conversation down and it calms things down, okay? And so I encourage you, even if you're in a heated moment or if that person is heated, don't bring your level up of intensity to their level. Bring it down. Bring the calmness down. Bring the peace down, because I've noticed even if my wife is riled up or anyone is and I bring my energy up, it just adds more gasoline on the fire. It does not help. Or if I bark back and try and be louder than the other person, you know, because there's been times where it's like I said something and I responded and it's like immediately it's like, oh, sorry babe, I didn't mean to respond like that so harshly, you know what I'm saying? Another thing that I've learned, and I'm so blessed, you know, because me and my wife, you know, we didn't grow up rich or anything like that, and we struggled financially for a while, which I'm going to be talking about in my new book that's coming out. You're going to hear the whole story. But I'm so thankful, even though that we struggled financially for a while, we got on the same page. It was never her money and my money. It wasn't like you go pay these bills and I pay these bills. It was like we pay these bills together. These are, you know, our debts. This is our money come in. This is our car, our house. It wasn't his and hers. It was ours, because we became one when we got married. We made a covenant before Almighty God. And so not only did we get on the same page as that, and we did this thing as a team, you know, and so that sometimes takes some time. And, you know, you might have certain ideas and thoughts about money, and she might have certain different thoughts about money. You need to get on the same page. And so we started to do that, obviously, with God's Word, reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Total Money Makeover, Dave Ramsey, and we took all these things and we came to our own conclusion, our own thoughts, and we decided to attack the debt together and get financially free together, as opposed to letting the money and the stress rip us apart. We used it to come together as a fighting force, and we smashed it. You see, a three-corded strand cannot easily be broken, especially when you guys get on the same page. And sometimes that takes some working through. Sometimes that takes some conversation. And it's like, whoa, you're thinking one thing, she's thinking another thing. And it's like, let's come together and get on the same page so we can smash this thing together. And if someone goes off for a second, it's like, whoa, again, soft answer. Hey, I thought our goal was to do this. Let's get back on the same page and let's keep smashing this thing. Let's keep smashing this thing, you know? Which leads me to the number 3, which is grace, which is forgiveness. You know, I'm definitely not perfect, okay? My wife can vouch for that many times over. My mom, my sister can vouch for that. Anyone that knows me. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. But there's this thing called grace. There's this thing called forgiveness. And not focusing on all the wrong things about your spouse or the person you're in a relationship, but start thinking about all the positive things, all the great things. You know, for entrepreneurs, I learned this from Garrett White. He shared a story that, you know, when in his business, it wasn't where he wanted it to be. And he started making up all these excuses in his mind that it's his wife's fault. You know, oh, that's the reason. And taking it all out on his wife. It's like, are you kidding me? You know what I mean? He caught himself. He's like, no, I'm the problem. It's not my wife. It's not my spouse. I'm the problem. You got to fix what's right with you and stop putting the blame and saying, oh, if they only did this, if they only did that. No, maybe you need to lead the way, especially as a man. For all the men I'm talking to, you are the leader. You need to lead the way in things and be the example And if you haven't been, it's time to step up and be a man and be the man you've been called to be and lead and be the role model. Okay? You need to be that. But as far as this blame game and all this stuff, whether you are a man or a woman and all you're doing is focusing on the negative, well, then you're going to see, that's all you're going to see, is you're going to see negative. But why don't you focus on all the things that you love about that person and that you cherish and why you married them in the first place? All right? Here's the second, or I don't know if this is the fourth or fifth, but this is really important. And I learned this, or got, a lot of examples from this from Michael Hyatt. I appreciate that guy. And that's like going on dates with your spouse, man. Going on dates with your wife, your husband, and taking that time, especially if you got kids and stuff. Like, you need that time together in that quiet time with no distractions, no TV, no phones, and just hang out and bond. Sure, you can watch a movie, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But the point is like, sometimes it takes like a good, 7, 8, even sometimes 24 hours of just the two of you hanging out, reconnecting. And this was huge for me when I would go on the road for a long time, and then I'd finally come back off the road and I hadn't seen my wife. We need some time to reconnect, get reacquainted almost in a way, and get back on that same page so we can now go kill it together. You can't just expect like, oh, because we've been married so many years, we can be apart all the time and not need that connection. No, you got close because you spent time together. You were praying together. You were dreaming together. You were visioning your life together. You were planning together. It's the summertime right now, and we are thinking about and planning, what is our vacation going to look like? What are the different things that we want to do? Because things don't just happen. A successful marriage, a successful relationship doesn't just happen by happenstance. You need to put effort into it. You need to think like, oh, it's our anniversary coming up. It's birthday coming up. Hey, how about just because I love this person, and let's treat them the way I treated them when I just started dating them. There's a book called Date Your Wife, I think it is. I think it's by Garrett White. I haven't even read it. But the idea of dating your wife and staying in that chase, that just because you caught the girl or you got the guy, that, oh, you don't need to treat them well anymore. You don't need to even take care of your body anymore. You don't need to take care of your health. You're just going to let everything just fall by the wayside. Well, you know what happens? Not only will your health fall by the wayside if you don't take care of it, your relationship will fall by the wayside. The love, if you want better love in your life, give love. Show love to your spouse. When I was going through a tough time, I remember reading that book. I can't even remember. I think it's something Fire, not Left Behind. I can't even remember. Some good book that I read that I can't remember right now. Somebody will probably post it in the comments. But I think it was by Kirk Cameron or something like that. But it's about just really loving on your wife, man, and it saved so many marriages. But like, be intentional. You got to be intentional. Is really what it comes down to, and staying on that. Anything that you want to die, stop feeding it. Okay? Stop feeding it. If you want a bad habit to die, stop feeding it. If you want alcoholism to die in your life and don't want to be addicted to alcohol, stop drinking it. If you want a plant to die, stop feeding it water and light. If you want a relationship to die, stop feeding it love. If you want it to grow, feed it love, feed it nourishment. I hope that hits home for some people. I hope you just, go love your wife today. Go love your husband. Surprise him with a nice text. Text him every day. Text him something funny. Text him something, I'm just thinking about you. Do something out of the ordinary that lets them know, hey, that you love them. My hero, Peter J. Daniels, used to always say he used to bring his wife breakfast in bed every single day, with toast and marmalade and coffee or tea or whatever. And that inspired, I don't bring my wife breakfast in bed every day, but I do bring her Starbucks very frequently, you know what I'm saying? And surprise her. And, and we can all do better. Sometimes we go up, sometimes we go down, but the point is, be intentional and give, You want to invest in this relationship for the long term. You're not going to be working for your boss forever, but you're going to be married longer than that. I didn't marry hip hop. I didn't marry rock and roll. I married that amazing wife. So why don't I put more time and thought and energy into that? Because I'm going to be with that way longer than I am going to be with music or anything else. You know what I'm saying? And who has been by my side? Who have you been by your side? So I encourage you, go invest in it today. You'll be glad you did. Love conquers all. I want to remind you that a fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits. Peace.
you calling out? Our ship is going down. We're sinking and I can't let you go. I couldn't understand, you wouldn't take my hand. I watched you fall into the ocean below. It's a fight to survive, do or die, and to keep it alive. We gotta wake up, we gotta save us. So baby hang on, I'm coming after you. I'm diving overboard. Any moment we can lose it. I'm jumping in for you. I'm diving overboard. 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 It's all or nothing now. It's time we figure out, or we'll be going back and forth to the end. 'Cause every time we touch, we fall right back in love, just to break apart like waves in the wind. Out of breath, ship is wrecked in distress, but we'll fight for what's left. We gotta wake up, we gotta save us. So baby hang on, I'm coming after you. I'm diving overboard. Any moment we can lose it. I'm jumping in for you. I'm diving overboard. 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 Rushing out, coming now. Take my hand, I'm reaching down. Don't let go, I'll get you home. Lay you in a safety zone. Hold you in my arms, embrace. Never let it go astray. Storms will fade, sun will rise. Baby, we gon' be alright. So breathe in, breathe out. There's still a heartbeat pounding. Don't give up, open your eyes. We gotta wake up, we gotta save us. So baby hang on, I'm coming after you. I'm diving overboard. Any moment we can lose it. I'm jumping in for you. I'm diving overboard. 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 I'm coming after you. I'm diving overboard. I'm diving overboard.
Hey, what's up? It's Manifest. Thanks for watching this music video and listening to my song. I hope you freaking loved it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button or leave a comment below and let me know what you think so I can respond and say what's up. We're always giving away music or a CD or a wristband or something at manifest.com. Click the link below this video or at the bottom. Just go to manifest.com and see the special offer we're giving away to my fans. Thank you so much for listening, and we got more music coming your way. Peace.